Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. You may have opened it already, maybe you haven't, maybe you have no idea what I'm talking about. But check your store as you log into FC26 today because EA randomly dropped a pack, it seems, for everybody that is giving out one of the top left backs in this game, specifically for evolutions. There's a reason this guy is on the front page of Futbin right now. We're going to talk about that Journey of Nations pack that EA dropped yesterday for everybody and the new promo that is coming on Friday. We've got new news and leaks for the team that is coming into packs. The whole team has been leaked with some official stats included, and we have a really big W of an SBC that is about to be coming in this game as well. One of the surprise big names from the World Cup. I don't know if he's ever had an Ultimate Team card. At least it's not a card that any of us would have really thought about, but his rise to fame with his performance in the World Cup has earned him an SBC. And there's a couple other SBCs leaked as well. Guys, let's get into everything. If you're excited for this one, drop a thumbs up in the video, hype the video, and subscribe if you are new. Now, as we start today, EA must have watched yesterday's video because shortly after we said EA fix up, give out the rewards for that glitched Cahill objective last week, 2 weeks ago almost, they actually started giving out compensation. So it must have just been the coincidence of the timing, but we have corrected rewards to impacted players being rolled out according to EA Sports FC Direct. So if you did not get your Tim Cahill from the Out of the Way run or your Tiny Tim Evo, hopefully those rewards are incoming soon. Now, to the rest of the content that we got in-game yesterday, we had one new Evo that is inside a training camp. If you couldn't find it, tab all the way over to the right to find it there. It's called Own the Box. It's a max 93 playstyle plus Evo here that boosts up shooting to 95 and physical up to around 90 or above. It also gives 5-star skill moves, low driven plus, and game changer plus. It is actually not that bad of a boost, and it doesn't take you too high over to overall as well. You go to the 92 rated card here, like if I put this Claudia Pina in, I go to 95 shooting, 92 overall, 93 physical. I mean, 92 overall is not bad because you can still Evo cards through some of the objective Evos that we've got. So I really don't think that's too bad of an Evo. The wait time is about 1 day, 14 hours, so a day and a half. You do have to remember to claim it in between the 12-hour segments of the Evo there. So nothing insane, but also not bad. Let's go to SBCs where the content continued with a very nice National Pride SBC for Fofana. This one here is a good SBC, guys. 4-star, 4-star, maybe not the best, but lengthy CDM with all 90 and above stats with 94 dribble, 95 physical, and he's fully customizable for whatever playstyle pluses you would like to put on him. So if you're trying to build a little Ivory Coast situation here, I mean, for an 88 and an 89 rated squad, which is only 48,000 coins, this is a very, very nice box-to-box or maybe just a sit back and defend CDM player that you can use and customize the way that you would want to. Maybe an intercept plus, maybe a pinged pass plus, and then an anticipate, or, you know, if you're really going to sit back, maybe a jockey or maybe a finesse on top of that. I mean, he doesn't have too terrible of shooting stats. Maybe a power shot with 97 shot power and long shots. It looks like a fun card. So GG's EA for releasing a fun card there that we get to customize the way that we want to. Now, the other two SBCs that we had yesterday were upgrade packs as expected. The 87x5, which returned as expected to replace the 86x8. And we had the 1 of 4 93 plus UEFA winners in TOTS pick. This is one thing we wondered about. Would they just take this to a 1 of 4 and keep it a 93 plus, or would they go 1 of 3 94 plus? Well, they went for the 1 of 4. The price here I think is still the same as it was last week, 88, 89, and 90. It's a little bit pricey, but honestly, it's a fun one to do and a pretty easy one to do. So I would recommend doing that with your fodder. And of course, the 87x5 every single day, just an 84 rated squad with an inform. That is a must craft with the daily grind that we were doing. Make sure, once again, you're turning all the 84s you get from the 84 times 2 into the 84 plus team of the week upgrade. And if you want a explanation on what the best grind is right now, go into the Twitch chat, type !grind, or the YouTube chat when we're live today as well. That'll give you a nice easy breakout of how to do this grind in a list format. Now, let's talk about our daily path to glory upgrades that we had yesterday. Well, we didn't have any because there were no cards deserving of upgrades, but from the games that we had yesterday, we are going to be getting some upgrades. We've got Portugal, Croatia, and Colombia all getting their first win of the group stages, and that means plus 99 stats, not plus 99, but getting a 99 stat is going to be an upgrade here for these cards. They have not been upgraded yet. They will be today. So that's Ruben Dias, that's Neto, Gonçalo Ramos as Portuguese players. Josko Gvardiol is going to be getting a 99 stat on his card, and so is James Rodriguez. So keep an eye out for those today. Those cards will be getting some nice upgrades, and that will be good for them. Now, last thing we have to talk about from yesterday's content is this pack, guys, because this was a bit of a surprise. But as you take a look at Futbin, maybe right now, or maybe the Futbin popular Evo page, you see this Alfonso Davies knockout royalty card is on top of Futbin, and also the most popular Evo right now with 2 versions sitting there. What in the world is this about? Well, if you log into Ultimate Team, you maybe saw this image. This is a screenshot that I took because it still's popping up for me even after I opened the pack. Message from the FC team: start your journey. Log into Ultimate Team and claim your Start Your Journey pack featuring players from Canada, Mexico, and United States to help kick off your Journey of Nations. Well, most of us have probably finished the Journey of Nations objective for North America. That was the one that we were chasing Hugo Sanchez out of, if you did this objective when it was dropped at the very beginning. But if you haven't, I guess some of these cards are going to help you. But really, what this pack is giving, as I will show you the video from me on stream yesterday opening this pack kind of when it came out, what this is giving you is a little bit of fodder and also a really good left back. That Alfonso Davies that was shown as a part of this pack, I believe everybody's getting the exact same pack. Like, I opened it, I got a Weston McKennie Tots card, I got a Haji Wright Tots card, then there was a Jonathan David Foot birthday in there, there was maybe even an Inform, and then there was the Alfonso Davies. Yeah, you can see there, Inform Quinones, we have Chavez, the Answer the Call card, there's the Davies card, and a nice plethora of gold. So hey, the Tots cards for McKennie and Haji Wright, those are nice to have for, you know, team of the season fodder in the club if you don't want to actually use those cards. But the others, like that Alfonso Davies, are perfect for evolutions. Guys, this Alfonso Davies is a very, very good card in game. He is always regarded as one of the best left backs on this game because he has the pace. And it's the pace, and then you add the defending stats through Evos and the physical upgrade stats through Evos as well, the playstyles that make him such a great card. I've got this 95 rated Davies card, which is dropping in price, by the way, because his Evos become so popular, and he's very good. I know that I'm not a huge fan of Rapid Plus on my right backs or left backs, but if you want this guy to run forward, he's got the Rapid, the Jockey, and the Anticipate, and he's just uber fast. And the way that he is in game, he is just really good. So you get this card for free, and then you can put him into Evos. I mean, he's 89 rated, so you put him into like 2 Evos, including the Kiwi Wall, if you've got that one from Objectives. There's Built for Glory and Kiwi Wall with this Evo chain, which, by the way, this card becomes fully customizable for playstyle pluses and playstyles, even though he would already have 3 playstyle pluses and 8 base playstyles, so you wouldn't be able to add anything after doing this specific Evo chain right here. But that is a very, very solid card with a 5-star weak foot even, for like free. You're getting the card free. You're putting them into the Evos, which are free. That is a fantastic left back. If it's not for your main team, then I think it could be for a gauntlet side nonetheless. That is a W free pack that EA dropped yesterday. So that's the thing that I wanted to mention. Make sure you look out for that pack. I think everybody gets it. I didn't see anything that made it sound like you had to be a club member or anything like that. It thinks that everybody who logs into the game is getting that pack. Now, let's talk about the leaks, guys. This is the second part of the big information that we learned yesterday via Twitter. We have the full Glory Hunters team that is coming into packs this Friday leaked. We have all the players here. Now, these are not official stats. Let me warn you of that. But this is just a good list to see all the players that are in. We've seen the big names like the Messi, the Ousmane Dembele, the VVD, and the Neymar, right? Those are going to be the big names that we're chasing and would only dream to pack. But others in here, Koulibaly, Kante. We're getting a John Stones, a Gravenberch. We're getting a Kieran Tierney, a Marco Arnautovic, a Weston McKennie. I'm super excited for that one. A Quinones card, just mentioned him for his inform. And honestly, a really big team of players and packs covering a lot of the nations that are in the World Cup. Not everybody, but a lot of cards that are in there. So these are not official stats once again, but, you know, look for the card that's from the favorite nation that you're trying to collect cards from, or even just a player in here that you would be really interested to pack, like Bruno Fernandes, of course, Neymar, Rashford would be really, really good. John Stones. I mean, Courtois is a goalkeeper. Customizing the playstyle pluses on a goalkeeper card would be pretty fun. And again, remember, that is the whole point of this promo. These cards will not have any playstyles or playstyle pluses on them. We will get to customize them through the Playstyles Lab. Now, I said something about official stats. Here's a couple of the posts showing us official stats. Ignore the card designs. I don't know why FutAccountant doesn't use actual card designs that are obviously confirmed and in the game already for these cards. But whatever, he's showing in a card design that does look better than the ones we actually have in game, but it's got the World Cup logo on it. So obviously, it's not going to be an FC26 because they don't have the World Cup license. I digress. This Joao Cancelo card looks pretty good with 95 passing, 96 dribbling, 94 defense, and 90 physical. Not crazy, but pretty good. It's Kieran Tierney, though. That looks pretty crazy. 96 pace, 96 pass, 95 defense, and physical. This Caicedo is getting robbed once again. I don't know what it is about Caicedo in EA with this game, but his basic gold card has terrible stats for his overall rating. This card here now at this stage of the year has terrible stats for his overall rating as well. How is that a 95 rated card? Bro has 95 defending, 93 physical, 92 dribble, but then it's 90, 90, and 83. That just does not add up in my opinion. I think he should be lower rated, or they should boost up his other stats to actually make him feel like a 95. Here's a 95 that feels like a 95. Marcus Rashford with 96 pace, 95 pass and dribble. Hincapie with a 96 overall card with 96 defending, 95 pace. Might be one of the fastest, if not the fastest center back in the game without Evos. Valverde looks juiced. That's a great card. He's 97 rated. Kind of noticed that one. 97 pace for him. Fabian Ruiz looks a little bit worse than his UCL road to the final card that PSG got for winning the Champions League, but this one will be fully customizable. And some of the last official stats that we have are for the big names, Messi and Ousmane Dembele. 97 pace and dribbling for Messi. Same thing for Ousmane Dembele. They're not really that big of an upgrade over their other special cards that they have currently in the game. But again, these are fully customizable. And that's where my questions begin still with this promo is, how packable are these cards going to be? The stats are looking good. Not crazy, but they're looking good. How packable will these cards be? I guess we have a couple more official stats. Bruno Fernandes, a simple +1 over his team of the season with a bigger defensive boost, +6 defending from his team of the season. And then Gravenberch has a pretty nice card as well. Like, these cards are looking good. Are they looking crazy? I don't know if I'd say crazy. They're just looking good. Again, we still await any sort of news and info around how these cards will get boosted maybe beyond 3 playstyle pluses. That is the question that we still have right now with no answer to it. Now, the SBCs to this promo deserve special attention, guys, for a couple different reasons. First of all, just to go back in time for a second, we remember how the SBCs were during Foot Birthday, right? That Bernardo Silva Foot Birthday SBC was a very good one because, again, it was cheap, it had decent stats, and we could customize the playstyles on it. This was the Bernardo that I created at the time. Haven't evoed him since then. He was a really good card, fun card, super meta in game as well. That's the potential hype that is there with some of these Glory Hunter cards since they are customizable. Now, the first SBC league that we have is Anthony Gordon, new transfer to Barcelona, but that's my biggest question with this card. Will he be a Barcelona card or will he be a Newcastle card? Because it's early for transfer cards. Let's be 100% honest. The World Cup is still going on. I don't know if we've ever had a transfer card in the summer window ever change to a new club in game like in June. Even in early July, most of the time when we see transfer cards, it's the end of July, like at least July 20th and on, like when we're in the middle of the Footies promo. Last year, the first kind of transfer cards that we had, I believe, were like August, almost August, or it was like July 30th or July 31st. It was was the first time we had transfer cards in FC25. So I think this should be Barcelona. I don't know if EA would want to release this if it was Newcastle. I think a lot of people would be bummed by that it wouldn't be his new club. Maybe some Premier League fans or Newcastle fans would not be bummed by that. But that's my biggest question with this Anthony Gordon card here. I actually DM'd one of the guys on Twitter that talks from the podcast, the producer Ash, who was on the podcast there, and he's been responding to guys like the Pentas and stuff like that on Twitter. I'd send him a DM and I was like, yo, can you tell me if this is going to be a Barca card? He's probably not going to tell me or probably not going to respond, but had to at least shoot my shot because I'm genuinely curious. I hope it's Barca. And I hope it's a transfer card, but we will have to see. Now, the other SBC we have leaked is Kai Havertz. These are not official stats, I believe, for both these cards. Should mention that. But Kai Havertz could be a really interesting one. Also, I hope, and they haven't confirmed this, but I really hope that all these Glory Hunter cards, similar to For Birthday, are 5-star, 5-star. That would be a nice added piece to this promo to make it more unique than other promos that we have had recently in this game. So Havertz is out there for an Arsenal fan or for a German fan during this World Cup. If you want to get him, he should be coming out soon. And then this is the SBC that I'm most excited for. Vozinha, the Cape Verde goalkeeper that, of course, had his rise to fame in the Spain game, where he had an absolutely incredible performance and went from 50,000 followers on social media all the way up to 15 million, more followers than Tom Brady. Unbelievable. I looked him up on the transfer market website. He's playing in the second Portuguese league. I don't believe he's got a card in the game. I don't believe that he was like licensed in the game before. I don't think the second Portuguese league is in the game. But since just kidding. They must have just added him because I searched up Vozinha before and he was not there. So either he has been there and I've just missed it, or they've added him to the game. Also, you know what? I could be confusing him with the Curacao goalkeeper as well. When I look up Vozinha on Footbin, I got nothing. So I think they must have just added Vozinha to the game, which they would be able to do because of the World's Game update. And if he was not in the game before, then he would not have chemistry for a league. He would just have nation chemistry. So I'm really curious to see what EA will do with this one. Again, it's kind of like how Neymar's card would be, just nation chemistry. Let me pull up Neymar's card so I can show you that in game right here. Like Neymar just has Brazil, and he's got, I guess, the international team is his technical club. The international club is where you get chemistry for. So this Vozinha would actually link to Neymar potentially if that would be the club they would give it. But that's just vibes. GG's EA. That's awesome. Would love to see what the stats are on this card. I'm not even sure like how tall he is. What does this say? 1.89 meters. Let's do 1.89 meters to feet, because we got to know this is important. 6'2". Okay, that's not bad. That's not too short for a keeper. Hopefully EA boosts his reactions up and makes him a usable card, but also makes him pretty cheap. But that's just a fun connection to what we just watched in the World Cup in-game inside of FC26. So I'm a huge fan of that one. I will be using him in my team. That is just vibe. So GG's EA for releasing Vozinha there. So those are all the leaks that we have right now for the Glory Hunters promo. Again, we're still waiting to know, will we be able to evo these cards above 3 playstyle pluses and 8 base playstyles? But we do not know anything about that yet. I would imagine that the rest of the official stats would be posted today for the whole entire team. So be looking out for that on Twitter. We'll, of course, talk about that in the stream today. Now, there's 2 other things that we need to watch out for. This could be in terms of leaks today and also stuff that could be coming out in the game over the next couple of days, like today on Wednesday, tomorrow on Thursday, or even on Friday. First thing is star performers. Yesterday on Tuesday ended the match week 2, if you will, of the group stage of the World Cup. Starting today, we've got 6 games of World Cup action, with 2 of them going at the same time. Like all of the groups are going to be playing at the same time for their third match in the World Cup group stages. But since match day 2, technically being called that, is over, we're expecting more star performers. Are EA going to release another Mbappe, another Haaland, another Messi, and then a Ronaldo for his performance yesterday? I doubt it. I don't think we get another Messi, Haaland, and Mbappe, but Ronaldo is almost certain to get a star performer if we're going to be getting weekly releases of these star performers. That's the biggest question. Will we be getting one, and will Ronaldo be in it? Because I think Ronaldo would be in it. I mean, this is an opportunity for EA to try to sell some packs. And shoot, I'd open a couple of store packs with my coins to see if I could pack Ronaldo. But these are the cards. Once again, they're star performers. They're customizable with playstyle pluses. They're only in packs for 2 days. These cards, the Messi and the Haaland and Mbappe that we had last week and Balogun, they were released on Thursday and were in packs until Saturday. So I don't think these are going to be coming out today. These are, again, predictions. These are not official cards or anything like that. But be on the lookout for leaks for star performers. Maybe they come out on Thursday and they leave packs on Saturday once again. But we will have to see. Also, these cards have gone bananas. I don't know if you guys saw my tweet, but I bought this Mbappe for 5.35 million coins. This is a little bit of a flex. Bear with me. And he had a rarity spike yesterday where his card went up a whole bunch at one point because he's just super rare. And I sold him for 7.3 mil. Biggest profit of the year. I made 1.67 million coins on this card. Absolutely unbelievable. That funds more store packs for more star performers, and it's great to the game promo going right now. Now, I mentioned there was two big things to look for. The first one was star performers. The second one is Evo leaks, because I noticed that there are some attackers, kind of like left-wing, right-wing players that started moving up in price yesterday on the market. And this was one that I noticed for sure. Adeyemi, 91 rated card, which would fit evolutions, but he has 98 pace. It's not like he's been going up a whole lot for Evos recently, but yesterday, kind of around the content a little beforehand, he started jumping up. So all to say this, you know how it goes with Evo leaks. When we get a good Evo leak, which we haven't had like a crazy one in a while, you see player prices start to go up a little bit because people are investing. There's leaks out there, and then the leaks will be posted at some point, but they always get posted privately first in these like groups and discords and stuff, right? What I would do is check your club. I got some max 91 left wing, right wing players like Neymar, like Dempsey, like Luna, even Mbappe here, even Odobert, that I would love to Evo. This might be a bit of a clue into the big Promo Friday main event evolution, as sometimes the leakers call it. So check your club for max 91 left wings and watch those cards in the market if you do want to invest, because there maybe will be one of those Evos incoming. Could be on Thursday. Thursdays have given us pretty big Evos as well. So just keep an eye out for those 91 left wings. Now, let's talk about today's content on Wednesday, because the real content is 6 World Cup games, let's be completely honest, but there should be a couple new SBCs that are interesting today in game. The first SBC to watch out for would be a potential greats of the game guarantee player pick. Of course, the last 2 weeks of PTG, we had the 1 of 3 PTG picks, right? We had the team 1 pick, then last week we had the team 2 pick. I hope we get a 1 of 3, maybe a 1 of 4 greats of the game player pick today too. Of course, if they want to say no heroes and just do icons in it, that would be fantastic. We would love that. I hope it's not a guaranteed pack. We really would like the player pick. If they want to say 93 plus as well, that would be cool, because it would cut out a couple of the lower rated cards, but we will have to see. That would be very possible as an SBC for a part of content today. Also, another national pride player like we had for Fofana, or maybe we finally get that Kempes SBC to go along with the Rivellino that we had a couple days ago. So not that those SBCs are going to be super hype, because the cards and packs are super cheap already, but that's probably the content we're looking out for today on a Wednesday. And the last thing is tokens. We got to get ahead on our tokens, man, because you know how it works. I'm playing Rivals today to get 24 points for tokens that will actually go towards next week's token allowance. We're going to be starting week 4 of the token grind. It's crazy, right? Because we'll be able to get up to 4,000 tokens now through this season, because of course this is week 3 that we're in right now. I've currently got my 1,000 token limit for the week. I'm maxed out, so I'm not claiming anything at the moment. I am waiting until after Rivals rewards tomorrow to start claiming my tokens. But of course, it'll be the last couple of days for a few of these rewards in here. If you do want Marquez, Donovan, and Haji, I think those are the only things that are expiring inside of rewards right now. The rest of this is going to stay here, but that's just one thing to note. Of course, the champs tokens are different. Those do not have the 1,000 weekly limit. I got a terrible weekend league record yesterday. I opened up the 2 of 8 player pick, got absolutely cooked. Not cooked, but I got Rivellino and Kempes. It was okay. It wasn't that great, but all that to say, I'm saving some of my token objectives right now. That's why I'm not claiming all of these. I just got the weekly rush done, not claiming those. This 50 token set here, when I finish this, not claiming those, because I'm waiting to see how many tokens I can get from Rivals. Probably some squad battles involved there as well to level up for this next week on Thursday. But you got to put in the work in today on Wednesday, and even beforehand if you've been playing Rivals, to get some of that done. Last thing I want to mention is just a little bit of market-related stuff here. I'm trading. I picked up some Beckenbauers on some crazy snipes. I don't know how I got this one, 1.4 mil. Guys, this guy was selling for 1.7 to 1.8 yesterday. A lot of the greats of the game have dipped down in price a little bit, if I can pull that squad up here in Footbin. And I think that some of them could rise up a bit today. I will be looking to sell most of... Oh my gosh, Cruyff is what? 1.1 flat. I bought one at 1.12 thinking that was hot stuff. Now he's 1.1 flat. That's crazy. After I sold him yesterday at 1.34. Hopefully he goes back up to 1.3 today. But these cards have dipped a bit. And I think between now, today, into Wednesday, and then maybe even tomorrow on Thursday with Division Rivals rewards, bringing a little bit of supply to the market, I think this could be a decent time to get in on some of those 4 playstyle plus players, the most hype icons, because again, some of these icons, man, are so cheap and they're so affordable, and people are going to want to use them. And I think these cards can be investments, even with the promo that is upcoming, with the customizability of it. I'm interested, and I think there's some profits that are literally just on the table with these greats of the game cards. So we're going to watch the prices really closely today, and then watch them really closely tomorrow as well with Division Rivals rewards. But I think that's going to be the video for me today. Come back to the stream. We'll be looking at, of course, the World Cup games and how that's going to move the market today, because there could be some nations that are knocked out of the World Cup, maybe getting into third place when they were in first place before, with some of these groups being pretty cagey. That could hurt things in terms of their live cards and their prices. So we'll be watching those today, and then, of course, seeing what else new content comes out for Festival of Football today. Let me know how you're going to boost out Alfonso Davies if you're going to Evo him, and maybe what player in this Glory Hunters promo interests you the most. McKennie, for me, is going to be a must pack. I don't think I'm going to save any packs apart from maybe something that I get on Thursday that I'll just save one day for Friday to have a few packs here or there. But that's the video for me today. If you did enjoy, drop a thumbs up on it. Comment below if you had a question. Of course, subscribe if you're new. It's been Nate, the FutAccountant. See you in the stream today. Peace out.